Okay, so this is the screencast for 2014 Paper 1, Question 6, order level. And we have, straight away you can see it's an arithmetic sequence series question. A bit out of practice on these ones. These used to be a lovely question on the old Leaving Cert. They're sporadic now. They used to be guaranteed question. So you have your equation saying the total number of equals fifth of the sequence equals 15 minus 2 times the sequence number. So if that was the first one, it's 15 minus 2 times 1. Okay, a 10th one, 15 minus 2 times 10. Now, you're asked to write down the first 3 terms of the sequence, so the first one done there. Okay, now your n must be a natural number, so there's no such minus 1 term. Okay, let's go and look at the answer. Okay, t1 equals 15 minus 2 times 1 is 13. T of 2 equals 15 minus 2 times 2, which is 11. T of 3 equals 15 minus 2 times 3, which is the same thing as 9. Now, if you see the pattern already, 13, 11, 9. If you want to think, what would T4 be? It would be 7. T5 would be 5, etc., etc. So the difference is 2 each jump. Okay. Now, we'll need that later on, I'm sure. First it says, find the first negative term of the sequence. Now, you can keep going, okay, and the answer would be T3 is 9, T4 is 7, T5 is 5, T6 is 3, T7 is 1, T8 is minus 1. Perfectly valid method, okay? What I've done here is just use an equation. I said the first term of the sequence will be less than 0. So solve it. It's an equation or an equality of one unknown. It can be solved. Brought the 15 across was minus 15. Now here, I multiply both sides by minus 1 in order to remove the minus. Okay. Now if you change the sign in an inequality, it changes the inequality's direction. So see here the difference. Okay. So 2 times some number is greater than 15. Bring the 2 across. Now notice it just changes operator, so it becomes divided. Doesn't change sign. N is greater than 7.5. Now there's no 7.5 term, so you round it up to the 8 term. And N is greater than 7.5. And notice here, N is a natural number, not a fraction. Okay, that's part 2. Coming on to B, part 1. Okay, and you're looking at the sum of all the terms equals T1 plus T2 plus whatever. Okay, the sum of the first n terms of the series in terms of n. Okay, so find that particular equation. Okay, now you'll see here this formula is taken from the maths tables. Okay, and I'm looking at finding what's n. Okay, so I'm working in general terms here. What's a? Okay, is the first term, which is 13. What's the d is the common difference. That's going down by 2, so it's negative 2. So I've got the 2's I need for the equation. Okay, so s of n is equal to, now if I put the 13 instead of a and the minus 2 instead of d, I've done that here, correct substitution. 2 13s is 26, plus, now I'm multiplying the minus 2 into both terms. Minus 2 by n is minus 2n, minus 2 by 1 is plus 2. Add them together, 26 and plus 2, you get 28. Okay, and what I've done then is I suppose it depends what you want to say, what have I done? I've multiplied across by the n and divided by across by the 2. Okay, or taken the 28 minus 2n, divided by 2 first, to get 14 minus 2n. So 14 minus n. Then multiply by n. 14 by n is 14n. Minus n by n is minus n squared. Okay, now part 2 will be using that, I guess. Find the value of n for which the sum of the first n terms of the series equals 0. So basically saying, if f of n, s of n equals 0, what n value is that? If you look at it, there's 2 unknowns, s of n and n. Okay, I've just been told one of the 2 unknowns, so put that in. I now have an equation of one unknown as a quadratic. I can solve this type of quadratic by pulling out a factor. Okay, and if I look there, the one common term to both these is n. So if you multiply n by something, what would return it to its original? N times 14 is 14n. N times minus n is minus n squared. Now, junior cert stuff, but people often forget it. Okay, you need to know how to solve quadratics. Could have used the minus b formula there, but like that's just lots of work. Okay, so my 2 factors are n equals 0. Okay, so that's that one. Or n minus 14 equals 0. Therefore, n is equal to 14. Now, the first term, the 0 term, that there is such thing as a 0 term, so you ignore that, and you focus on your positive n term, and that's the 14th term. Okay. Now, if I calculated t of 14, I'd get 0. If I use that 14 in the back here in this particular thing here. Okay. Right, so that's the end of section A. Okay, so have a look back at that and make sure you're comfortable with that kind of question. And that's the sequence of the series. Thank you.